Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday morning, the 6th of December, 2025. What do you do when you're distressed? What do I do when I'm distressed? Distress, defined, is someone who's experiencing anxiety, sorrow, or pain. What if you're experiencing all three things at once, anxiety, sorrow, and pain simultaneously? I know I've had that experience, where I've experienced anxiety, sorrow, and pain all. What do we do when we're in distress? Well, Psalm 18:6, in my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him even into his ears. Have you ever cried out to the Lord when you were in distress? Psalm 4:1, to the chief musician on Neganoth, the Psalm of David, hear me when I call, O God, O my righteousness, that thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. Second Samuel 22:7, in my distress I called upon the Lord and cried to my God, and he did hear my voice out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears. Isaiah 25:4, thou hast been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat when the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall. Sometimes my experience has been the time I need to be praying is to let the time that I least want to pray. Sometimes when I should be praying is the least time I want to pray. Satan will come to us and say, you're not worthy of praying. Look at you. Satan will come to us and say, why are you even trying to pray? Why are you even going there? There's been many times when Satan's done that to me. You're wasting your time praying. God doesn't hear you. That's what Satan will tell you. But Satan is a liar. Psalm 120 verse 1. A song of decrees, in my distress I called unto the Lord, and he heard me. God hears us every time we call out to him. He says, come unto me all ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. You know, there's rest for the weary. There's rest for the downhearted. There's rest for the distressed. You know. We're told in Hebrews, come boldly unto the throne of grace, that you may find help in time of need. Satan doesn't want us to come boldly under the throne of grace. He wants to discourage us from that activity because he knows there's respite for us there. Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. God is concerned about our distresses. It says he's touched with the feelings of our infirmities. I've done several messages entitled Feelings Are Fickle. If we go by our feelings, if Satan can rule us by giving us feelings of insecurity and sadness, and causing us to be downhearted, and accusing us and saying there's no relief for us. He does that, does he not? He does that. When we're experiencing anxiety, things that are going on in our lives, sorrow, pain, physical pain, financial difficulties, struggles with our jobs, struggles with our relatives, struggles with our friends, struggles with our family, whatever it is, you know, distress, anguish, misfortune, condition of danger, condition of desperation and sadness, a state of being in urgent need. You know, people say, have you ever said, I'm just all stressed out? I'm just all stressed out. Well, I'm glad that we can go to the one who can relieve us of our physical pain, relieve us of our emotional pain, our sorrow. He was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquity, and by his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray, we turned every one to his own way, but the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Sometimes when we look at our lives, we have to shake our heads, don't we? Saying, what a predicament I'm in. But God ordained all things. Have you ever thought about that? God ordained the predicament you're in. He works all things up to the counsel of his own will. Nothing can separate us from his love. Regardless of what God's people are going through, nothing can separate us from his love. He causes all things to work together for our own good, even though we don't see it. So if you're in distress this morning, look to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Come boldly to the throne of grace. Cry out to him, and he will hear you. Underneath us are the everlasting arms of God. What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What have I to fear, what have I to dread? Leaning on the everlasting arms. Sometimes we look at our life and we just shake our heads and say, I don't think I can take another step. I like the song, I can't even walk without him holding my hand. We can do nothing on our own. Let us look to Jesus for our aid in our distresses. May the good Lord be with you this morning is my prayer. God bless.